First, I would tell him you don't need to go to Hollywood to be an actor.
Valid point. Yeah.
Yep. So you're a good place right here in Nashville, Tennessee. So
right?
people, if they watch this, they're going to see something that's happening here in Nashville that people want.
And that was Johnathon Schaech, one of our friends, and also, by the way, a Hollywood actor who just happens to live in Middle Tennessee. Yeah.
It's so funny because when he walks in and you see him, it's like you can start picturing the different movies he's been in. He's been in with Tom Hanks. He's great character actor. He's done some really cool things with his life. And now he lives here. He moved his family out of Hollywood, right? And he and Julie live here, and they're experiencing Middle Tennessee, and it shows when you talk to him.
Yeah, you heard what he said. But can we keep it real though, Neil? Because when he walked in, you didn't start picturing the movies he was in. When he walked in, you fangirled.
So embarrassed.
And the first thing Neil said was, "Can you share your workout routine?"
No, I said, "Man, you're tight."
It's even worse. It's even worse.
It was like, you know how all of a sudden you can feel every sweat gland in your body open up at the same time? It was one of those moments, and you're like, God, if I could just go I wish I could rewind 30 seconds and start over and just say, "Okay, you keep nothing."
He's probably used to women saying that, not middle-aged men saying that.
Well, he was a little. He's great, and we have a lot in common. It turns out, right? If you watch the show here, we tried to end the interview 3 times, then we just start randomly talking about something else. Be like, "Oh, okay, pull the microphone back in."
I think we could have kept going on,
and we ended with a cool lacrosse conversation. So it's all good. But thanks again to Simon Says for my Mavi outfit again. They have more than Mavi, but we appreciate them helping out with the clothing there, and because I'm weak in that department.
I never would have thought all these years of us in the news, when me doing my outfit of the day pictures, then asking you, and you like rolling your eyes and walking away, and now look at us now.
I'm the one promoting
you are
clothing line. Well, because I need it more than you. Obviously, I need more.
I'm just so proud, Neil.
But everything's turned upside down in our lives since we left that Bill business.
To be upside down.
So we hope you enjoy this. This is a great hour with Johnathon Schaech and Johnathon Schaech.
There you go.
Okay.
You got it. You're still nervous around him?
Yeah.
It's okay. You'll find it.
I'm still doing it. Enjoy. It's kind of cool having you sitting right here in my basement. Like, how you doing, Johnathon?
Good to be here.
It's great to have you.
The turkey's out front.
The turkey's out front. Right?
They really are. 4 turkeys out front.
They're paid actors.
Yeah.
They're paid actors.
The problem is they're becoming so comfortable out there that they if I don't feed them, they walk up to the front window and they start beating their heads on it, and it's like, okay, I got you.
Yeah, wow.
And
on
then
my way.
They follow me out, and all the boys at the exact same time holler. Oh, it's the coolest thing, but it's weird. Yeah. I know turkey behavior better than I thought I ever would.
Oh my God, that's great.
Are you getting used to all the wildlife? I mean, y'all have been back in Tennessee for...
Yeah, it's pretty neat. We get turkeys in the backyard. That was a big deal. I chased one day.
No, you did not.
They're fast.
They're fast, and then they can actually fly. They can, get up. Yeah.
I've never seen one fly.
You haven't?
She kind of went up. It didn't really fly,
Okay.
They'll be up in the trees out here. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's really fast. Armadillos. Do you have them down there? Because I was with some friends, and they're like, "Oh, go grab it." And I walked up there. That thing took off. I've never seen anything go so fast.
Also, those carry diseases, Neil.
I heard.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know.
Everything carries
Yeah, the
diseases,
armadillos
okay?
are nice, so they tear up your garden. And
right.
Yes.
Right.
They're not good to have.
They're not good to have at all.
Yeah.
So,
but you've been back in Tennessee. When did y'all move back here? I mean, it's been like, what, 5 years?
2018.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so right around the time we moved back, too. So you've gotten used to life outside of California and all that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great when I realized I was in a different place. I'd be driving, and I get calmer.
Yeah.
And all the green, I just kept like looking, and I'm driving and not stopping every seconds.
Right.
And I was like, this is what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
calms your soul.
Calm my soul.
Things when I got down here from the Northeast, I just noticed everything seemed to slow down. Right.
Yeah.
The lines slow down. People kind of talk to each other a little bit more. You make eye contact with more people than you do in other parts of the country. Mm-hmm. We always like to treat people from Hollywood like you never leave that little area, but you get to experience a lot when you act. I mean, you're all over the place all the time.
And he's from Maryland.
And you're from
too.
Maryland. Yeah. So, are you a Terp?
Yeah, I was.
You were a Terp?
Yeah.
Good deal. You started acting pretty young.
I did, actually. Yeah.
Left
the University of Maryland, went out to California. I was 19 years old.
What's the motivation to leave and just run out to California and try that?
I talked to Richard Marx about this. The singer.
It's Yes, I know who Richard Marx is. It's so random.
So there was a song that he sang, "I'll be right there
Here waiting for you. Yeah. Wherever you go. Yeah.
And so that song just haunted me.
Wow.
And I remember that. And that I kept saying, like, there's something else out there, something I'm supposed to do. And I took one acting class at college, and I decided to become an actor.
Yeah. That is wild.
I know, it's wild.
When you do an acting class, you have to put it all out there in front of a group of people in your class, and that is intimidating, I think.
Neil just took a couple.
No,
right?
I did an improv class, and I was just like, I'm on TV every day. I should be able to do this, but it's totally different when you're doing that, like in front of a small crew or just a small cast. It's kind of something that people don't understand.
When I first started acting, I was petrified to get up there in class. But I met a great acting teacher when I went out there. That's why I pursued it so strongly. Yeah. But after a while, I got more comfortable in front of the camera than outside of the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those scene studies and everything that I did and all the work that I did on film, I gradually got more and more comfortable. Now, going to certain, places as an actor, like emotional and stuff like that, I can get nervous, but then I surrender and allow the scene to take place and fellow actors to be there for me and to guide me.
That's great. So you said the word surrender. Explain that to me. So you just dive in. I mean, how hard is that to do, to like change your emotions like that?
Well, it's like I guess anything, you work it hard enough, it just becomes second nature.
You can just switch like that.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
And I would practice switching and allowing, but really, it really come down to the other actor.
Yeah.
And, the intensity of the other actor and the need, the camera actors, their characters have to have needs. They have to have a goal that they're going after. And when you're in that scene, you're going after the goal, you forget everything else. Well, it's more important what you're going after than all the other stuff that's going on.
Well, I think it's fascinating that people don't understand that the scene actually takes about 100 cuts or whatever. There's every single time you see a camera switch, there's been another take, and then you have to get the right take on camera. Yeah. So you not only have to get in the character, but you have to stay there, and you have to repeatedly do that over and over again. I find it fascinating.
Yeah, because you're constantly going after the same goal, but in a different way.
Yeah.
So it turns out a little bit different. They would cover us in a wide, which you probably have, and then close up, or two shot probably on this side. So you get time to practice. I remember one of the very first movies I ever did, there was a wide shot, and it was with Gwyneth Paltrow, and I cried my eyes out. I gave an Oscar-winning performance, but it was a wide.
Oh.
And Gwyneth was like, "You going to be able to do that on the close-up?" Yeah, it was brilliant. And I was like, I got to do it again?
Oh
no. Why did you capture that?
Oh, what an iconic story with Gwyneth Paltrow, just casually.
Yeah.
That was great. What was probably one of your hardest, when you talk about surrendering to a scene, what was one of your hardest roles that you've had to do that?
I did a film called, originally it was titled Judas and Jesus. It was an ABC movie of the week. It was about Judas Iscariot. And I found that some of those, because, no offense to anyone, but when I got to Morocco to film this thing, they didn't cast Jesus yet. They cast Johnathon Schaech. And when Jonathan showed up, he was married to my ex-girlfriend.
Stop it.
So it was like,
that complicates things
complicated
a little
right?
bit. Yeah. So, but you obviously had to have a sit down with him and say, look, we gotta set this aside.
And she was great too. It was a beautiful relationship. There's a deer out there as well.
Can you tell Jonathan's a dad?
The deer hang out with the turkeys?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Right next to each other.
Like cool.
It's crazy. And occasionally a raccoon walks out and they're like, okay, we can all get along.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Please, world, watch this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you keep getting interrupted.
I love it.
I know your dad, you're used to having 12 different conversations going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you do this, you bury the hatchet with them and you move on with the production. But we'll get that probably in January 31st this year. You're probably thinking back on those moments. filming the movies like that, right? And the different weight it carries with you now when you're portraying that versus back then when it was acting.
Yeah. That was a tricky one.
Yeah.
I was still smoking cigarettes.
Really?
Yeah, me and Jesus would smoke cigarettes and then go.
Me and Jesus would smoke cigarettes.
Before we did the Sermon on the Mount. Trippy, man. It was trippy. And then he was Jesus in front of me. I was like, oh my God.
Jesus, you got an extra stick? Thanks, man.
You're like, please forgive me. Please forgive me.
Yeah, that was a tricky one.
I would say that would be a tricky one.
It was. I was dealing with stuff internally, trying to make it come alive in front of the camera for the first time. And there was just so many external things in the middle of the desert, it was wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So you started out as a heartthrob, more or less, right? The thing you do, is it with a...
He's still a heartthrob.
No, I'm just saying on screen.
No, so before that, one reason I got That Thing You Do was I had done a film called How to Make an American Quilt. It was a Spielberg production.
Yes.
With Winona Ryder, Anne Bancroft, Ellen Burstyn, Alfre Woodard, Maya Angelou.
Wow.
Yeah. And most of my stuff was with Winona, and I was a heartthrob. I literally came out of the pool with my shirt off and wooed
the slow
her.
motion shot.
Yeah. And the DP was Janusz Kaminski, and on that day I was doing push-ups. Guys told me, like, pump.
Yeah.
And I'm doing push-ups. I didn't even think it was abnormal or out of the ordinary or something. And he was watching me and he goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm getting ready for the scene. I'm coming out of the water. I got to look good. That's what they told me.
I'm damaging tissue for this.
And he was like, you're doing that for the scene? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, I'm going to make you look fantastic. You're going to become a movie star, Jonathan.
Look at that.
How prophetic.
And so he lit me. I looked stunning coming out of that pool.
Yeah.
You think that's what did it? That was your...
It was all lighting.
Yeah.
It was complete lighting.
Love it.
For sure. He made me look sensational.
And that's what got you to That Thing You Do next.
Yeah, because that movie was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It was big talent. And when they put me in, when they put out all the actors in front of them, it looked good.
Yeah.
I was coming out in this heartthrob movie that they thought I was going to bounce like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. Yeah.
But I guess I'm curious, but most of us get stuck in one role in our lives. And also, I guess, in your business, acting. And it seemed like you tried to move away from that all looks kind of character pretty quick and get into some pretty more complex things.
Yeah. So my acting teacher, Roy London, he died August 8th, 1993. So I had 3 years with him. Mm-hmm. And he just kept pushing me. He said, there's so many good looking guys in this town. You have to work harder than anybody else. So I worked really hard on character. Also, Brad Pitt was in the acting class before me with the same teacher. So Brad was very much the same way. He was a really good looking guy that all they wanted to do is make him a Hollywood hunk. And all he wanted to do was be a character actor. So I was very similar. I really wanted to, show off.
Yeah.
And there was probably a lot of other reasons that are like my psychology that I really wanted to win. And so I really worked really hard, and I took on a lot of different roles, a lot of accent roles. I studied at Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts for dialect, so I tried to do that with my acting. I really wanted to be a really good actor.
I think you are.
It didn't work out.
You did. Yeah.
Well, now you're more like a character actor in these different shows and stuff that you're playing, and it's really kind of fun to watch you jump into that stuff and just be yourself on screen.
Yeah. Congrats on Blue Ridge.
Yeah, Blue Ridge is.
It's great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Season what?
The first season just came out. It's a big success on Amazon Prime.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's so good.
It is big, yeah.
How fun was that?
Man, the journey to find Blue Ridge has been amazing. So, I've been an actor since I was 19. I'm 55 years old. And when I left Hollywood to move here, I left everything. I let them all go away. And I didn't want to have any of the previous influence that I had. More for me, like I was going through something. And I knew that going into the unknown, had always given me the greatest gifts that I've ever, gifts or opportunity or whatever. I don't know what you would say what it was, but I surrendered. I gave up. I didn't know I was ever going to work again. And I asked 5 of my friends, I said, I need to get work. I have children and I need to feed them. And I'm in Nashville, and I did this, separated myself from everyone so I don't have any representation. And one of my dear friends said, you need to work with this guy, Gary Wheeler. And Gary Wheeler calls me up and says, Jonathan, I have this movie I want you to do. It's about a guy who leaves California, moves to the South to be closer to his family.
Shut it up. Really? Yeah. I was like,
whatever it takes. Well, my heart breaks. I'm back in Richard Marx land again. And I jumped into it. It was everything that I thought it would be, but more, because the people that were there, they were really caring, kind, and efficient. And I just was like, wow, we did a movie before we did the pilot of Blue Ridge.
Yeah.
And it kind of felt like a little bit of a pilot.
Yeah.
And Gary came to the set. He wasn't directing. Brent Christie, who's an incredible DP, directed this. Nick Gonzalez is the actor who told me about Gary Wheeler. He said, and Brent Christie, you have to meet this guy, Brent Christie. And he's a big part of Blue Ridge as well. He kind of sets the tone with Gary. And those two guys, Gary came to the set, Brent was directing, and I remembered the day we were filming the scene, and I looked at him, I said, this would be a good series. And he looked at me and goes, yeah, I think it would be. And I go, this character reminds me of my father. My father was a Baltimore City police officer. He walked the beat in an all-black neighborhood in Baltimore City.
Yeah.
If
you know Baltimore, it's a rough. You have to be be solid.
And this was a time when there was no radio. He didn't have a radio to call.
Oh my gosh!
There was a call box this is crazy. The center of in the middle of the street, every other block, there was the phone to call for help. So my father had to rely on the community. He had to rely on the people there, and he made great relations with them because his life was on the line, and their lives were on the line.
Yeah.
So
those folks don't like living in a dangerous neighborhood either.
Man,
so
that was the cop that was there was their safety.
Yeah, right.
And he was the muscle.
Wow.
And I was like, this is the character. This is the character.
Yep.
Like, he's in Blue Ridge. He probably doesn't have cell phone reception up here. Just like here, there's no internet. Yeah.
That's true.
He was going to rely on his community. And I said, it fits perfectly. And one thing I really always wanted to do, and I had the opportunity one time, and you have smoke coming out the back.
Yeah, he has a fire lit back there.
Oh
yeah,
I thought you were talking about the camera. No. I pay too much for those. Oh yeah, we have a little fire. We like the smell of the burning wood. Even when it's 106 degrees outside.
Oh my God, the turkey set the place on fire.
Or Andy, good looking out though.
Neighbors look at me with a fire going when it's 100 degrees and turkeys out front, and I'm feeding them corn, and they're like, "This guy's a whack job."
He's lost it.
And then I pull out my leaf blower to dry off my car after I wash it, and they're like, "He's gone." He's gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, I interrupted. So it's that same theme in your life that you're portraying in Blue Ridge now, and
basically I become my father.
Right.
Is your dad still with us?
Yes, he is. Yeah, and he actually does a cameo in the first season. So in the finale, Ethan Embry plays a character who rebels because his father is kicked out of his house. Mm-hmm. What would they call it? Eminent domain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like a highway is going to be put in there.
The government says we want that land, so buy.
Yeah. So they kicked this man out, and my father is the man that they kicked out.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I will go back and watch that.
Yes,
That's going to be
I need to
interesting.
see that.
Right there.
And so I read it. I read the finale, and I was like, man. I mean, this is a very personal story I've been telling for the last 6 episodes, and I read it, and I was like, Gary, my dad could do that really well. I mean, he's in a wheelchair. He's got one. He's breathing. He has to say a couple lines. He has to say, he's saved my son is saving my house or something like that.
Yeah.
And he wrote all his lines on
Oh my gosh, I love it.
So first off, I had to ask him if he would do it. And so I said, Dad, I'm playing you. And you've been at so many sets. He was always traveling and coming to sets and being part of it. And I said, I think I have a really good part for you. Would you want to play it? He goes, do I have lines? And I was like, yeah. He goes, a lot? And I go, no, not that many. I think you'll be able to do it really easily. He goes, I'll do it.
That's
no
fantastic.
hesitation.
No hesitation.
Did that surprise you?
Well, he was looking for
Is that
more
how you're-
lines.
Yeah, he wanted more lines. He wanted a bigger role.
Is that how your dad is? I mean, he had to be comfortable being around in uncomfortable situations
he just
in his career.
I think he just at that age, he is, he's 80 some years old. So
Yeah.
he just was like, why not?
Why not?
I love it.
He's surrendering.
I love
Yeah,
it.
he's surrendered to
Yeah,
it. Yep.
I
But
love that.
It's a little like you, or they like father, like son. You put yourself in uncomfortable situations to grow and find out what you're made of, and your dad clearly does the same thing with that.
Right. Yeah. He found that. I don't think he had that when he was younger though.
Right.
He was a warrior and that's
Yeah.
all he had.
I mean, if he was a cop in Baltimore, I love how you say
he-
Baltimore, by the way. You say
Baltimore.
it. He says it right. He
What's
says
that?
the way they really say it.
Well, yes, yeah.
Baltimore. Yeah.
Baltimore.
I mean, I lived in Maryland for years, but I feel like I didn't have like the street cred to say it proproperly, because
Yeah.
I wasn't.
You listen to my father, you're like, wow, he speaks a different language.
Yeah.
It's from Baltimore.
That's like
Yeah,
Maine. Yeah.
Baltimore,
I totally understand that.
It's almost like Marvel. Like you just
Marvel.
kind of like roll it all, Baltimore, Marvel. You
yeah.
just roll it all together. Yeah.
Well, since we're talking about family and acting, how do the kids like relate to your acting? Are they like, my dad's a star, or are they kind of like, oh, dad?
So my 4-year-old, the one time she did this, it kind of blew my mind. Netflix was on, and one of my movies was there, and my picture was there, but it didn't look like me. It was one of the characters I played, and she walked right up and goes, "Dad." And I
Wow,
was like, "Yeah, that's me." She
Oh
goes,
my-
"What are you doing on TV?"
crazy.
And
Sweet
I was like,
little
well, that's what I
Joe.
do. I'm an entertainer, so I make movies and television. So when Blue Ridge is on there, it's, I'm always checking to see how it's doing on Prime.
Yeah.
Because you never know how it edits either. So you're really watching the final clip.
I do watch, and I'm a producer on it, so they always send me everything. So I'm always giving notes. But they love it. My little one enthralled.
How
doesn't
cool
really
for them,
get it.
right?
Doesn't get it yet. Still thinks animation is real.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true. They do.
Wait,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
What about Camden?
minute.
Does Camden think it's cool? Is like dad a superhero? This is super cool. That's my dad. He's on TV. Or
So
does he care?
He's been coming to sets. He came all the way out to Bulgaria, and I was playing a zombie.
I bet he loves
prosthetic
that.
makeup. Like I just look scary.
Yeah.
It was supposed to look scary, and I'd been videoing with the makeup on. So when he came, because he was probably 4, and he came, and he looking at everyone else, walks right up to me, and goes, "Hey, how are you?" With me, and I'm looking at him like, it's gonna be scared of me. He's like, "What's this boo boo right here?"
Not even phased.
It's amazing, right? If one of your kids came to you and said, "I want to go to Hollywood and be an actor right now," what would your reaction be to that? Now that you have,
Well, at first I would tell him, "You don't need to go to Hollywood to be an actor."
Valid
Hey.
point. Yeah.
Yep.
I said, "You're a good place right here in Nashville, Tennessee."
That's so cool.
Yeah. And so he got cast in a movie.
Stop it.
Yeah. So a friend of mine is making a movie in Tennessee, and they called me to ask me to be part of it. And then they offered me 2 different roles, and one role was father son fly fishing, and I was like,
Hell, here we go.
and she was like, "Would Camden want to play the younger 12-year-old?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he would. He would be great because he's calm.
Yeah.
He's real calm."
Yeah.
And so she agreed to it, and then we put him on tape and sent it, and he did better audition than I ever gave. And
That's
so he's
amazing.
playing this role.
This is so exciting.
Yeah, but I'm not playing his father.
What? You didn't get the part?
No.
I mean,
He can't fly fish. He has trouble with this whole thing. It's like,
too muscular.
you're not believable as his dad. We don't believe it. It's not believable.
So she really wanted me to play the other part. So
Oh, okay.
I said, "Well, you got to have Camden play that part if I'm going to play that part."
Oh
So,
my gosh.
yeah.
What about Lily Joe? You think she's got the star quality too?
We'll see. You got to be calm. It's got to not be the most important thing.
Yeah.
So you gotta live your life. I especially think now more than anything, you can't dive in like you used to.
Mhm.
You've got to have other avenues,
Right.
other ways to make money.
Mm-hmm.
There's more work, but there's less work. I don't know. Hollywood's changed in the last 5 years like nothing I've ever seen.
How so? I mean, I agree, but we don't know Hollywood like you do, so tell us.
Well, and maybe I just don't know Hollywood, but I can say I listen to the way people are with. There's just no work. There's no work in L.A. All the work is in Atlanta,
Yeah.
overseas. There's just no way they can make product there.
Too expensive.
It's too expensive.
Yeah.
It really is. Comes to the bottom line.
And the logistics on everything moving around there is impossible. And the living cost for an actor to live in LA right now, forget it.
I know.
You have to have parental support.
I never understood how people survived in Los Angeles. I was like, God, I'm working my tail off.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I'm doing 2 different series at once.
Right.
I'm barely making it.
That's crazy.
So these young actors now almost have it, I don't want to say easier, but like you said, they can do it in Nashville. They can do it in Atlanta.
Yep. They really can. And that's where they should start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about Nashville being a good place to film right now. Are there a lot of projects happening? Is it really?
It's not so much Nashville, Tennessee. It's the surrounding areas. Like we film in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right.
The great incentives out of North Carolina. Not as good as Georgia. But those 2 places have better incentives than anywhere else. So if you're a producer and you're like, I'm going to film in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm going to get more money back.
Right. Right. You also do some writing. Have you written any the Blue Ridge episodes too? Or
I wrote a synopsis for the finale for the second season, which they just tore it up and made it something similar to that. But I'm in the Writers Guild, so I haven't written anything yet.
But you talk about your writing just in the past, and it was a way for you to deal and recognize trauma that happened in your past there. But it got you to put it down on paper. Why is it something that you write with your hand has more impact than something you say with your mouth or think with your brain? Why does it do that?
Well, when I made that movie with Jessica Lange, she said, Jonathan, you're very talented, but you need to work on certain things. And she said, I'm going to tell you what you need to work on. Are you okay with that? And she said, and I was like, yes, please do.
Don't cross your eyes. You'll stay like that.
She said, you need to understand the literal, like the way the writing and why it's written that way. And I was like, yes. And so I'm dyslexic. So I always had trouble with screenplays. I had trouble with everything, reading and writing. It was like brutal to me. So I started to write. I started putting things down to try to understand it. And then I realized that I'm actually really good at writing because the screenplay, it's a visual medium. So I'm just creating visuals. And then, in the last 5 years, it's been great because Grammarly and oh my God, I don't have to worry about grammar anymore. Are you kidding me? This is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like I could just come up with all these ideas and
voice texting still doesn't work, but that does work.
Right.
Yeah. The voice texting. Did I send that? My God! What are you talking about?
Spell check and voice. Oh my God! It turns into.
You could also use it as an excuse. Honey, no, I didn't say that. I was meant to say I will go to the store.
Yeah.
So how did dyslexia make your journey as an actor? I mean, I can imagine that obstacle, as if becoming an actor isn't hard enough.
A lot of actors are dyslexic. I've heard that. But so it's the flat paper with a lot of words on it. It really makes it difficult. Screenplay is, once you understand what a screenplay is, it's kind of set up to be a visual medium. So when I started seeing it as a mathematical equation. And math is something I excel at.
Wow.
So once I started seeing it as a mathematical equation, I could write better and it was easy to see it and to not be scared of it.
Yeah.
However, auditions.
Yeah.
When they say they give you 8 pages and say do it in 2 days, it's brutal. And I actually had to stop doing that. One reason I left everyone was they were just giving me so many auditions. And I would wish I had those auditions now, but at the time it was making me crazy.
The stress.
It was stressing me out.
Anxiety, yeah.
It was causing me a lot of pain and shame.
Oh
And so I went away from that. The one thing is that the lack of time actors get with that much dialogue in 2 days. And, they say, you don't have to worry, just read it. I'm like, well, I can't read. Yeah. That's the last thing you want me to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do they always do it last minute like that? I mean,
Yeah.
it's taken years to get a script made for whatever it is. And then they're like, now.
It's just because the people that have to get it done are getting it done for them and their time, not necessarily the filmmaker's time or anyone. So, if you have a really good agent, they get in there and they go, you really need it in 2 days. You were not going to cast my guy then.
Yeah.
If you want to see how great he is, he's going to put it down and take, a week and he's going to be great. And then you can make a decision on it because you can't make it after 2 days.
So when you and Julie made the decision to move from LA to Tennessee, you're talking about leaving everything behind. What was the catalyst? Was it part of what you're talking about? Like, I need to step away. I'm getting too many auditions. Like,
no,
what was it?
It was more
Got to raise some kids.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
It was time to put Camden into school, and he's dyslexic.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, I can't put him in the same school system as I did. You know, you can't go to the remedial classes and think he's stupid. It's like the worst thing you can ever do to somebody. And so we started looking at schools in California, and it was kind of like, it got to the point where I felt like I had to call Tom Hanks to get him into a school.
Wow.
You know, and I was like, I need to call Tom Hanks to get a job.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get him to schools. Like, is this common? Like, is this normal? I was like, I don't know if that's normal. I don't think that's the norm.
It shouldn't be.
No. So we met, Julie told me the other day, we went to 3 different schools. I can't remember what they were, but I remember going in Oak Hill. And by the time they left, they said, would Camden like to come to Oak Hill?
Oh.
And I was like, there's no wait list, and you have to hear that one day and decide your whole fate.
Tom doesn't have to call?
Yeah, Tom, you don't have Tom. I know Tom Hanks. He'll call you. He'll call you. So that's a big reason why we moved. Then we had to find a house.
Yeah.
And we almost bought a house nearby here.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, but we found this place.
You're so lucky you didn't be the new assessments and the taxes and everything. It's just absolutely a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't.
Do you look
of course,
back?
I do like the turkeys, the deer,
Well, you can
the
come
raccoon.
visit them anytime.
I'll see you down south, Jonathan.
Do you look back now like, thank God we moved when we did, or I wish we had moved sooner? Or
Oh no, it was God's plan, because
Yeah.
it was bigger and better than I could ever imagine. We moved here, and I got Blue Ridge.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have done it if I was in LA. That would have been different. And then the school's been great for Camden. He's got straight A's.
Oh my gosh.
He's a straight A student. That's
Wow.
mind-boggling.
Yeah. You go through life and you get these. Yeah. I know. It's.
There's nothing like it, like seeing your kid just excel, right?
Yeah, when everything was stacked against him. You talk about me, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it. Mind-boggling.
Like, thank God you and Julie made that move.
Thank God. Then COVID hit.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being out there?
No.
With
Oh no, that'd be a nightmare.
The challenges
Are you
that
kidding
he
me?
was already set to face.
Oh my God.
And then homeschooling or virtual or whatever.
It would have been just a
face shields and
I know.
Yeah.
It was like there was everything.
Yeah.
Full hazmat suits out there.
And everyone like being Gestapo around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't go through that.
But you don't. No one wishes dyslexia on anyone, but you had it, and now you can be his best advocate, that is
very
not,
smart about it too. So
Right.
in schools and everything, I know what to say.
Yeah.
I know how to say it. I know how to put them in the proper place.
Do you tell them to be outward about it and express it to people, or you tell them that this is a family thing?
No, I put them on I did a calendar. I got Whoopi Goldberg and all these incredible actors and Jimmy Johns and like all these people that dyslexics are great entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
And me and Camden were September.
Oh.
And so he was the face of dyslexia for a while.
I love that. I love that you're having him face it, and it's not who he is, it's part of who he is.
Yeah.
I have Tourette syndrome, and I used to be so ashamed of it. I don't know if you were like that with dyslexia growing up.
And look what you do for a living.
Right.
I'm sitting here looking at both of you guys going, okay, this guy can't read scripts because of the words jumble up, and you go on TV and it's pretty incredible what people can actually do.
But I don't know how you feel about your disability. With mine, I felt like it was my superpower. I felt like it made me, because I have to multitask so much with all the things happening in my brain with the tics and the intrusive thoughts. And then, am I going to tick now or am I going to do this? But it gave me the ability to do all these things better because of my disability. Did you feel like that with dyslexia because you had to adapt and work harder?
When I finally knew that I had dyslexia, but till I was like 35, 38, like 35, it was like something's wrong.
You weren't diagnosed until you were in your 30s?
Yeah. Yep.
And it's funny because we don't know what it's like living in someone else's body. I'm living in my body. I see things the way I see things. How am I supposed to know something's not right?
Yeah.
Right? How am I supposed to know that this is how it is?
As soon as it was put in front of me, I was like, oh my God, no wonder.
This is even more remarkable.
Yeah. Well,
I assumed you were a child.
When I went through the school system, they put everybody who had a learning difference in one room.
Yeah.
And
right.
And I remember, I was so distraught that I didn't want to go to that class, and I peed my pants in purposely to go home.
Yeah.
You know, and said some other kid peed on me.
Smart.
And so I remember it was just, I was tortured. It was torture. I was like, what is going on? Jack ran up the hill? Of course Jack ran up the hill. I can spell Jack ran up the hill.
My gosh.
Yeah. And so they put me in those classes. Yeah, that's what they did back then.
Yeah.
And then I looked back when I was doing my studies on why that's how they dealt with it. They try to keep everyone up and to help them. So they put you in these remedial classes.
And your report cards are coming home to your parents, and they're written out, and they're writing about a kid with a disability that they don't know has a disability. So they're kind of painting you in this light that you now have to. You're that character.
Yep.
That's how you live at that point. That's crazy.
Wow.
You and Julie both have unbelievably successful careers going. You're both going all the time. I'm not going to ask you what your advice is for other couples that are busy like that, but I'm going to ask you what kind of terms do you have to set with each other to make sure things remain in balance with you guys, between you and your family? It seems to me that you could start going your different ways and you start losing touch. There's got to be some way that you guys reconnect over and over again. And that could be through faith, could be through, however.
Wow. I don't think we really, maybe we do. She would be able to answer that question.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So, our family.
Yeah.
You know, together, being together. So the one thing is she's set up her business so that she can go wherever I go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
That's cool though.
So she moved out to California. She was in California. She was right there. She could work from home, kind of set it up that way. And she's done very well for herself. So she's at home all day. If I'm not filming, she's there. And then I know it's a little difficult now with the kids in the schools. Once they get to the Kim's going to go into middle school and then high school. I don't know if he'll be able to leave and come hang out with dad, if I'm filming Morocco again.
I mean,
in other words,
with Jesus.
Yeah, we're doing the sequel. Judas 2.
There we go.
Clearly, I painted a much more complicated picture than actually is the reality in your lifetime. That life. It sounds wonderful, actually.
Yeah, she's God's priority. My family's priority. Yeah.
Julie's story is incredible too. We got to get her on there. She's a dear friend from college, and to watch her just fly.
Well, we have to knock this out of the park, or that ain't gonna happen.
I know.
Because he's got a pretty good line with her.
Will you put in a good word for us?
she does a heartbeat.
But you guys are a power couple, and then you're raising these two perfect children, and I'm just so happy for y'all.
Thank you. It's been amazing.
And Blue Ridge is so good.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It really is.
God, so I tell you the story about Blue Ridge. It came out a year ago on INSP, which is the network. So it's a cable network.
Yeah.
And it did really well.
Yeah.
And their demographics are a little different than what Amazon Prime is. But Amazon Prime bought this thing like a year ago, and they didn't put it out. And I knew that we sold it. And I was like, I was just waiting. I put it out there. I was like, it's coming on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Crickets, man, for 9 months.
I remember this. I remember you telling me about this.
I was like, God, I can't believe it. I'm like waiting every single day. It came out on Peacock, and it did well on Peacock, but it hit Amazon.
The home run was waiting.
Within a week, it was in the top 10.
Yeah.
And it went all the way to 5. It was against all. So, you can imagine you can't compete against an original Amazon piece, or we're not even exclusive to Amazon.
Well, they probably push those in the algorithm more, right?
They're right there on the front page. And, and so those shows, the summer shows came out, and we got to 5. I didn't expect anything. I didn't think anything was going to happen at all.
Yeah.
And it's been on there for 3 weeks, the top 10.
And when you're looking at that, you're saying, okay, we're looking at more seasons. Is that's when it starts clicking to you, going, okay.
And we just finished our second season.
Yeah.
So we have a second season ready to go. And then so I'm just waiting for them to tell me when we're going to shoot season 3.
What's better, first season or second season?
Second season.
Oh,
Can
really?
you give us any? No spoilers, but any teases, anything for the super fans, what they should look out for?
So I think we have super fans.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
yeah,
don't.
Like I think we
don't
really
give
have
the
a
super
fan
fans.
base that's really excited about.
I'm saying don't spoil it for the super
but
fans.
see, the thing is, this is the first time I've ever been asked that.
Really?
Yeah. So
people are loving it, Jonathan. It's
I know
so good.
they love it. Yeah.
It's one of the ones, start episode 1 and you wake up and the whole season's played. So you got to figure out, when did I fall asleep? Okay, I'm going to scan back to episode 3. Remember that. 4. Remember that. Okay, jump to 5. But no, it's a binge show.
Yeah.
It's like
I think
that.
people are doing that very thing.
Mm-hmm.
The second season it's just got more everything.
Yeah.
We got better at it.
Yeah.
And the cast, everyone kind of gelled, and the crew, the people there, just they're Blue Ridge.
Yeah.
It's a local production crew.
It's the best.
What city is in Charlotte? Are you filming in Charlotte?
In Charlotte.
In Charlotte.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've had one experience that in my whole filming career that it was with Tom Hanks, because Tom was the boss, Gary Getzman was the boss, and everything below them was just kind of, everyone was enthusiastic and really cared about everything. Everyone was very kind. So when I started working on Blue Ridge, I was like, this is reminding me of working with Tom. So I got to be like Tom. And it's just carried through.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they really care about the project.
Yeah.
They'll see me do a scene, they'll be like, and I'm like, thank you.
Do you and Tom still keep in touch? I saw you posted a picture.
Yeah, he comes to Nashville all the time.
Yeah.
Man.
Does he really?
Wife, yeah.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
It's funny. We're like 2 degrees separation from Tom because we had Gary Sinise in that seat. Now you in that seat, and you're
Gary,
both
come over
like,
here.
oh yeah,
Oh, we love Gary.
what a nice guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Super.
He lives here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's an angel.
Do you ever run into any other actors who've relocated here?
There's so many.
Jason Priestley, David Arquette.
Yeah.
I'll live up the street from me.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
No, there's a bunch. And I hear about more every day or here. I'm like, why? I don't ever see them around town.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
No, you have podcasts relocating here. You have actors locating here. Lots of musicians, not country,
Yep.
are moving in here. It's wild to watch how this all comes together there.
I think this is going to be the new Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah.
Why's that?
I think they're going to figure out the
Location?
incentives, and they're going to start to do, because they have the music industry already here, so it's kind of set up.
Oh, I see.
There's an understanding.
Yeah.
It's just, there's always been this political distance, and now it's kind of like, what's that matter?
It shouldn't, right?
It shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't want and it's just, I think people coming here, they realize like, oh, we're all the same.
We're just good people.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
We just define ourselves a little differently, but
Right.
really kind of like family first,
Which I think everybody can relate to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
really not
such a-
that complicated.
Yeah, it's not
Why
that
did we get so far away from that? Where did we go wrong? Was it the violent video games? Was it the phones? Was it what happened in this world that drove this stake between everyone?
You want to hear my theory on
Love
this?
it.
It's just a theory.
Yeah.
It's branding. So you can brand yourself on those online, on any of the online, one side.
Yeah.
You get the whole side.
Yeah.
And they're more enthusiastic fans. They feel like they relate to you. So you just jump on that and then you push that angle.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think that's a big part of it.
I totally agree.
Yeah, so
I think that's happened in media too. I think it's like,
that's what they do
the
in
pie's
media.
getting smaller and smaller, so we really got to focus on one slice.
Right.
Yes. So you don't see both sides.
Right.
You only
But that's
see
what
one
they
side.
want. They want you to be
So if you're branding
narrow-minded.
yourself, it's really smart to brand yourself one side.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Because you can't please everyone. So you
I'm
might
glad
as
I
well-
asked that because I never even thought of it that way. But that's so
Yeah.
true,
Don't you
right?
think
You
that's
try to be
Totally.
If you try to be everything to everyone, you're no one to anyone.
Right.
But the fact is, when you get away from that, you lose the community.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a strange trade off. So
For sure.
wow.
Yeah. That was good. Well, we can't let you go without giving us the workout routine. As soon as you walked in, Neil goes, "Hey, will you tell me?"
I think I embarrassed myself. I said, "Gosh, you're tight," and I'm like, that's a weird thing to say to a man when you first meet
No,
him.
you can't say that, Neil.
That was dumb. No, you're in such great shape. You're a mid-50s guy. I'm a late 50s guy, and to look like that is unbelievable. That's a lot
You're
of
older
maintenance.
than me?
I'm 59.
Oh, dude, you're doing great.
Both of y'all are killing
Yeah,
it.
you're killing it, man. I thought
Well,
for sure you're a young buck.
Clearly, I was fishing for compliments. No, it's true. But honestly, keeping the muscle mass, I know that if I leave the gym for a few days, it just like whoo, you watch
Yeah.
it.
So I'm in the gym all the time.
Yeah.
I make it a daily ritual that I have to go to that. More than anything, it's for my brain.
Yeah.
Right.
It gets rid of all the stuff. I think it made life a lot easier. I went away from it for a period of time when I was down and out. And so I found the gym again, but also I have this character, Justin Wise, he's fit and he takes care of business.
It's your job to be
fit. It's my job.
Yeah.
It's my job. I'm an athlete. So I have to train. I train really hard.
Yeah.
And, at 55, it's not easy, man. I these tendons right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. Right. It's like I feel like I water skied all day.
Yeah. No, it's true. That's it.
I'm hypothetical. They come to you with the role of a lifetime, but you got to put on 40 pounds and kind of, not quite what Tom Hanks would do, but you're going to have to transform your body.
Yeah, I could do that in a heartbeat.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, lose all the hard work of that.
Yeah, but get back. Muscle has memory.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yeah.
At 55 would be a lot harder.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
But diet, the other thing is my diet, what I eat, what I put in my body and the way I look at it was much different than I did when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Protein.
Yeah.
You gotta have your protein.
Absolutely.
You gotta have protein.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I think it's the topic around a lot of tables these days is the peptides thing. So, which ones do you take? Which ones do you like? Which one have you tried?
The ones I've done, ipamorelin, tesamorelin.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's a good one.
BBC 157.
Yep.
What is that one?
That's like the Wolverine drug.
Wolverine.
It'll help you heal quicker.
Yeah.
Heal your gut as well.
Supercharges your mitochondria. How about NAD plus?
Dude, that was the next one I was going to say.
Oh, I got one more, and I bet you're going to.
What is it?
Methylene blue.
I haven't done that.
You haven't? Okay.
No.
Yeah.
That's not a peptide, though. That's a drink, isn't it?
Yeah, but with all these things, you have to cycle them in and cycle them out. You can't just stay on it every day.
Exactly.
And you gotta,
I started TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, which I didn't do until the second season of Blue Ridge because it's a lot of work and I have to do a lot of fights and I have to constantly, and at 55, I was like, man, I don't know if I could do this for 8 episodes. So I started that, and that's been great as well. Yeah. And it's not like, I don't feel like it changed my life dramatically, but I can recover quicker. Without any of it, like you can't recover. You can't get to the gym because you're too tired. Like your body is like, I need to rest.
Yeah. Do you think it just gave you like a little leg up on the competition?
Yes. Yeah. And I needed that.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
I just feel like the way the society is that when we get to our age, people are starting to expect you to slow down, expect you to start looking to the end.
But why?
And we're like, no, let's go. There's a whole lot more left in this.
Yeah, we have to be present for our children.
Right.
Yeah, we can't be.
Right. So you don't get the midday energy dips. You can kind of level out there, and I find the whole thing fascinating.
So what are you taking right now?
I'm on the 157. I'm on the NAD plus. I do Millennium Tan, which is for your skin, more or less.
That's great.
And I've done some of the TRT treatments.
I know, that's crazy.
Yep. And I do the methylene blue.
Yeah.
But again, I consult with someone that knows their stuff, and I try it. If I don't like it, I stop doing it. And that's
so. Here's something I'd love to tell.
Go ahead.
Something dumb I did yesterday.
Oh gosh.
Oh my God, it's so stupid. I can't.
This.
It really is a really stupid thing. So I didn't put my glasses on. Put 2 vials because I have BBC 157.
Oh God, I see this.
And
I know where you're
NAD.
going. I know where it's going.
So I took the NAD, shot my NAD. Then I went and because I shoot my BBC and this thing is killing me. I shot it up with the same thing I just shot my stomach with.
That's a muscular, right? You go into the muscle there, or you go into?
But I did it with the NAD plus instead of the BBC 157. I shot it in there like a dodo.
Wait, so explain what's the problem?
What it feel? Did it burn all day?
It just swelled up. But
why is that bad? I don't understand.
I'm sure it's not bad for you because the NAD is really good for you.
Yeah,
it's just a different absorption.
Yeah, so but I put it in the muscle.
Okay, so that makes a difference where you put it.
So I would have put the BBC 157 so it would heal it up. And then I couldn't put the BBC 157 in there after I'd put the NAD plus in my elbow.
Next time,
there's a real bonehead.
Yeah,
it's because I can't see those little numbers.
I'm the same way, and I try to fool myself that I can still get by without the readers, but it's just it's wrong.
That's it. The amount of mistakes I've made.
Yes, just because you can't read.
It's telling me because I can't read those little things. You think you can see it, you can't see it.
I know.
You can't see it.
I know. I come downstairs every morning, and Carrie, who's a nurse, has syringes lined up for me, and I always joke with my friends, if she wanted to off me,
Oh,
It'd be the easiest thing in the world because this dummy just and move on. And, be a good movie twist, right?
Yeah,
how did he get those drugs in him?
Oh my God!
No, it's pretty cool. But the science is real behind that stuff, and all the stuff that you're putting in, you already have in your body. You're just they're like it's a supplement. It's just better absorbed instead of through the mouth.
Where do you get it from?
I don't know, some guy in the corner down here. He's all cloaked up and stuff like that.
From the turkeys.
Honestly, it's there is a pharmaceutical company out in California that sends out pharmaceutical grade powders,
right?
And then we reconstitute them,
right?
And that's the complicated part that keeps a lot of people away from it, right?
So I have a great company I use called Blokes.
Okay,
they all the great
BLOKS.
Yeah, Blokes.
Blokes like bloke. Hey, bloke.
And they have a female version called Joy.
Oh,
JOI.
Okay, I need to look into this because I'm super curious, especially after hearing y'all talk about it.
Yeah, and when you get older, men and women, they don't need to lose certain things.
Yeah,
and these things actually, man, tesamorelin, it got rid of the fat. What do they call fat sides?
Oh yes, the love handles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got rid of my love handle.
Well, people only look at it.
It really did.
People only look at one dimensional. They don't realize what testosterone does in your entire body. I got my blood tested before I even started doing this. And they're like, "You're functionally a woman."
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. You're producing more of the female hormones than you are male hormones, and I had no idea. Right.
But regular doctors aren't testing us for this.
They don't test that stuff.
Right. Because if you're normal within your levels, then you're good. They're going to send you off.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
preventative medicine.
Right.
We don't do that. Right. We want to treat symptoms and keep you on something for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. I rail against that a lot, Jonathan, but it's true.
I'm with you 100%.
And you get comments when you talk like this. You'll get comments online. People just hate it. It makes some people really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, if it works for you, do it. But you're not forcing it on anyone else. You're just educating.
More for us.
Yeah, more for us. More peptides for y'all.
Just
inject it in the right place next time. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Maybe
have Julie look at it for you.
You ever done that?
I wouldn't know because I wouldn't go back and look. So yes, I probably have. But
you definitely have.
I definitely do it without glasses every morning because I just they're sitting there and she'll put SQ or IM next to it, so I know whether to put it in my tricep or my belly. That's it. It's as simple as that.
I love it. What would y'all do without your women?
Oh,
truly,
I wouldn't be able to get a lot of stuff done.
I know. Yeah.
Thrive.
That is the biggest lie you've ever told.
Be out there eating with the turkeys.
Yeah, he would. He'd be trying to inject a turkey with something. Here, try this.
Well, you know what? Thanksgiving's just around the corner. If you guys want to come over, I usually have a fresh bird that just shows up. I have no idea where I got it from.
Oh man,
that's so cool. Has the rest of your family moved here yet? Or are they up in Maryland still? Or
they're still in Maryland.
They're still. Yeah. You haven't convinced them to come down yet?
No, I think I'm going to move them in. Yeah. We're going to build a house and move them in.
Amazing.
So funny. Maryland people my cousin lived in Maryland. Cousin Kenny lived there and you remind me of your mannerisms to talk.
Maryland people are good people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I lived there for years.
But it's yeah. It's kind of
scrappy.
I'm a really nice guy, but don't mess with me.
Right, they're scrappy.
Yeah. Is that true?
I think that's a great word to describe Maryland.
You're right outside of Baltimore though, right? You're not in what city? It starts with an E, right?
Is it like Elkton? You work really hard? No, we grew up in the area then.
Yeah.
I grew up in Aberdeen.
Aberdeen, yes.
Bel Air, Edgewood,
Bel Air,
Harford County.
Got it.
Yeah, it's a great area.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, finally, Ravens fan or Titans fan? Where are we here?
The Ravens.
See, that's another thing. You stay loyal even when you move around. That's
I still am a die-hard Ravens Oriole fan.
But as long as you root for the Vols with Julie, that's all that matters, right?
I was torn when Derek went to your team. When Derek Henry went to your team, we were just talking about that last night.
Right?
Oh, it was so sad.
If they win the Super Bowl, it'd be awesome.
Well,
I like the Ravens because T. Martin coaches for them, and I love T. Martin. Yeah.
There's always connection tissue between the Titans and the Ravens.
Yeah, there really is. You're right.
There is I hope we win it too because I have a bet against the Steelers winning it right now. So
they're not going to win it. They're out of it. Trust me, it's not going to happen. You can't put all that stuff in there and mix up the pot and think it's going to work.
No. Where's my FanDuel?
It's not happening, y'all.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you. Great having you here
Yeah,
again.
we could talk forever.
I know.
Honestly, no, seriously. Now that we've moved away from the acting stuff and more into the health and fitness stuff, and I can tell obviously,
throwing out.
I love that stuff. You don't do much as far as aerobic activity. You don't do any.
I do cardio every day.
So what do you do for cardio?
20 minutes on the treadmill.
Treadmill, no biking, no swimming.
I used to bike all the time, spin bike, but the incline just works.
I agree.
Yeah, certain muscles, and it's really good cardio.
Yeah, doesn't hurt
biking
too much.
helps.
Doesn't hurt the joints.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt the joints.
Yeah.
The biking didn't either. Biking was great.
Yeah.
We used to bike in an infrared studio in the valley.
Oh, wow.
And Jason Priestley's wife, Naomi, she was the instructor.
Oh my god!
And so we convinced them to move here, but she opened up a Pilates studio, not a spin cycle studio.
Is it a red light Pilates studio?
No, it's not.
What a good idea, though.
She's amazing.
The red light stuff is good too. I mean,
Yeah.
that is for real.
Yeah,
I know, I love
for
it.
real. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any other health questions you'd like to ask?
No.
While you have two experts.
Two experts.
Here.
I love it. No, y'all solved all the problems.
I do wish there were more resources for guys our age where we could jump into this more than just like a podcast to just talk to us.
Yeah.
Because you have to treat us a little bit differently than you treat the 35-year-old guy. I mean, things change.
Yeah, things change, and they really change.
And they
Yeah.
really change. But
I did some sprints with my son. I've been training my son at the gym. He's 11, and he did sprints today, and I joined him for a couple sprints, and I won't be able to walk later.
No, I can't sprint.
I mean, what a dodo!
Yeah.
is he
That
fast?
sounds awful.
He's super fast.
He's very fast.
Yeah, but I wanted to push him, so
Is
Now
he
you're going to be limping.
any sports for him?
he plays lacrosse and football for Oak Hill
No.
and all the other rec teams and stuff,
Hey,
travel teams.
Lax bro right here.
Yeah.
Totally get it. Yeah. So good for him. It's, you know what? I still am on a text thread with my lacrosse teammates from college back in 1989.
Wow.
We didn't even have text back then. We had to make it up after
Yeah,
it all
right,
came.
you had to
we
figure it
we
all
had
out.
to join up later on down the
Yeah.
road there, right? So we're all planning right now to play in a tournament.
You're gonna
Stop
play?
Play.
Oh my
Stop it.
God.
Well, I'd love to show the text thread. Or I should publish it sometime because there's a bunch of old men talking about, I don't know, I had 3 knee surgeries and I'm not really sure I
Yeah.
can do it. And I'm having some gout. It's
Okay,
like,
we need to
okay,
do-
guys, TMI.
We'll do a live podcast from when y'all play. Okay.
No, it won't even.
Jonathan
be
and I
worth
will
it.
host it. We'll be
won't
we'll
even
do
be
the
worth it.
commentary.
I coached lacrosse, and
There you go.
Did you really?
At the end of the year, we play the kids. I won't play in that game.
No,
I can't play in that game.
No, I went to University of Denver.
You went to Denver,
went
but
to-
you're older. They weren't any good then. They got good.
You was told that exactly is the story.
Yeah.
So I wear it around.
Right.
And they're like, oh, Denver, and don't have to tell them that we used to get beat 20-1. Hopkins.
Yeah.
We were like punching bags. Maryland. My coach went to Maryland. Maryland would come out and literally just score at will.
Well, they're a powerhouse.
And it was kind of like the coach is going to be like, slow it down, guys. Let's work. We're here to work on plays. Stop taking it to the net.
Right.
It was, but still, we did lay the groundwork. We did develop the culture. So there
It was
is
the
something
first
there.
and only school past midpoint that ever, did. I couldn't believe when Denver was ranked.
And the only
I still was like, I went to University of Maryland. I played at UMBC.
wow.
okay. So
Yeah.
that's a good school.
And when
that's
I went
a really
there,
good
there's
school.
only like 20 teams playing.
Yeah.
I get, yeah.
we
No,
play against Hopkins and Syracuse.
Oh, wow.
yeah, same here. And it's a different
UNC
game.
and-
Yeah.
It's a different
Duke.
game. The
But
Gates
yeah,
brothers
Denver,
and stuff like that.
amazing that you're. Yeah.
Yeah. The other teams, really the only reason they'd come out is for the altitude training.
Oh my God.
It was a game, but it was a scrimmage,
Interesting.
right? But they'd
Right.
come out there and they'd do these high altitude training things, and then they'd go back east and absolutely have lungs like you wouldn't believe, which in our sport is
Everything.
Yeah.
mandatory. It's everything. Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's neat.
that's really cool that you played lacrosse. Were you long stick, short stick?
I was a midfielder.
Oh yeah.
in
See, I was
college.
sitting here. Yeah. Any
Listen,
major injuries doing it?
Look, can you see that little knot?
I do.
Yeah.
That's from poke checks, baby.
No
Pop,
kidding.
pop.
It's from what?
From getting poke checked. I think it's from this guy from Hopkins. I just can't remember his name, but he was an All-American.
Yeah.
And it was my first year. And they put me out there, and I thought I was really good at lacrosse. I thought I was really good at lacrosse.
Yeah.
And this kid was really big, lanky. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to school him.
Yeah.
he beat me to the ground. And I think that's where I got that's probably from years of getting nailed there.
Oh my gosh.
No, I mean,
it was a calcium deposit from getting poke checked because the pad was right here. So they would literally hit you right where the pad was.
And those guys, my buddy Rocky was his defense, and he was a surgeon. They are literally looking at you like for that piercing in the armor.
You're not going to want to do this after I poke you to death.
My first game was against Colorado College, and like an idiot, I went across the crease and took a pass for a shot and put my head down. And I got buried. My helmet broke off my head.
Oh my God.
And the defenseman walks over to me, and he's standing over me, and I'm laying on the ground. He takes a stick, goes 6 stitches in the cheek.
Oh my God.
In the game. And I'm like, welcome to college lacrosse.
Wow.
I always thought
cool?
lacrosse was
better
than less dangerous than football, but it does not sound like it listening to y'all.
It's an intense game.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you don't get as many concussions. But
I think football's different. I think football, you're constantly doing this. And lacrosse, you occasionally do that.
And you can. And
it's more like hockey.
When we played, it was much more physical.
Yeah.
They have more
because guys didn't have the
restrictions.
stick work that they have nowadays. The stick work that they have is kind of. I watch these games now.
Yeah.
I watched the.
It's not the same sport we played. I played. We played.
I watched the championship. I went to the championship last year. They didn't have a penalty the whole game.
Right.
For Virginia. And versus, I think it was Denver.
Yeah.
They didn't have a penalty the whole game.
Wow.
It's like hockey where penalties are always happening.
Well, the game now, they have the shot clock, and the game is now keep them outside and get the long shots where your goalie can see it, as opposed to when we played and we were constantly pushing it into the center, trying to get close shots in. That now,
yes,
it's different. It's just the shot clock.
Everyone's trying to push in there, and you still teach that, and it still works at lower levels,
right?
And then the defensemen get so good you can't do that anymore. They keep you out.
Wow.
But midfield, that's a lot of running.
Yeah.
That's like.
Is that what Camden does? Is he midfield?
Yeah, he's midfield. On my team, I put him at attack because he can. Then he can go run midfield as well. Keep him.
Is he good on both sides?
He is. I got him right away. I was on him. I was like, you can't play this game unless you have a left hand.
That's so cool you and him sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was when he turned from baseball to lacrosse, I was like,
yeah, let's
go. I'll teach you.
I love it.
But then again, it's been 30 years since I did it. And I was just like, but it was such a big part of my life.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, you know, when you get into lacrosse, you're not going to have a future. There's no pro league after that. Now there's starting to be opportunities after it.
It's different.
Yeah, but
because
back then
of this
it was
niche thing that people on the internet, you can actually become real popular in your little niche in lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Didn't have that when we were growing up.
Well, it's finally starting to happen in more southern states.
Yeah, and that's why I think because people can find it.
Yeah, it wasn't really. I didn't even know about it until I went to college. I don't think. I mean, you don't have that in East Tennessee.
Did they have a lacrosse team at UT?
They had a
lacrosse
club team.
Yeah,
They have clubs everywhere.
Yeah.
But like Vanderbilt doesn't even have I think they have a club, but they don't have.
No,
which is wild to me.
It's something to do with like men and women's sports.
Yeah, Title IX.
Yeah, that's it. So it's, as long as you have football, girls don't have football, so they have to have other sports. So it's hard to figure it out.
Yeah,
it's amazing to me, youth sports now, and like my girls do cheer, and you have to focus on that. You have to go on a travel team to do that. They want all your kids' time. Is it the same with lacrosse, or are they reasonable about it? Because it's a lot.
No, I know in hockey it's a lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah, lacrosse, when you do those travel teams, it just takes everything.
A lot of money, a lot of time.
A lot of money.
My God.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they love it, and we do it right.
Yeah. I make them happy.
Between that and your little
and
dancer.
if he's not doing it, I think he'd be on his pad the entire time.
Right.
That's so true.
Yeah, there's only so much dad can do. I
Right.
go to the gym every day, hang out with him, take him to movies, like talk about certain things. But after a while, he needs kids.
Yeah.
It's like all you can do as a father or a mother is put opportunities in front of your kids and not push them into it, but just keep putting new opportunities, and eventually, like lacrosse,
something will stick, right? Yeah.
they jump into something.
Yep.
It's really cool, but I always wanted my girls to play golf, and I put it in front of them, and they, only recently did they both express any interest in it.
We're trying that too.
Yeah. Cam has started hitting balls.
Yeah. I love it.
See what happens.
Dad breaks the club every time he picks it up. Eh?
Yeah.
I strangled the grip off it. No, that's so cool. I never read about your athletic background. It doesn't really show up when you start kind of doing some research on that. I think that's fascinating part about you. And a lacrosse player,
really good athlete.
I feel like I know you a little bit better just because of what we went through.
Yeah. So I took that mentality into acting.
Yeah. Training and makes sense.
I get it.
And still today, like, you know, when they put me in American Quilt and made me train, I was just like,
Yeah.
this is dope.
It's all coming back to me now.
They paid me to do it.
I'm like, I have to do it. I'm really required to do it. Do you get out there with a stick when you're coaching and work on it? Are you still got the skills? Is it like a bike?
Still got the skills.
Yeah.
I still can do all this stuff. I do all the backhand stuff.
The
kids are
fake
like,
behind the neck and then pull it back. Fake behind the neck, pull back.
Some kid gives me a little attitude. Like I'll start showing him like, you should really listen to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you.
We need to have a scrimmage with y'all.
The first goal I ever scored in college, I didn't even see it because I just did a little flick behind my back and I was just running away like it was just going to be cleared. And all of a sudden, everyone on the sideline started jumping up and down. I was like, oh, yeah, I meant to do that. I'm good. That's good.
That nowadays, so when you couldn't shoot behind the back. That was not okay.
No.
It was not a thing.
No.
Now they teach them. They've trained that.
No, everything had to be overhand and upright. And when you started slinging it down low, the coach would go ballistic on you like, no!
Yeah, right?
That's crazy.
Now they're like, they literally, like, they'll do this and they'll do shit behind.
Yeah.
They practice catching back and forth like that.
Wow.
And generally the equipment is about the same. I mean, their pockets changed a little bit, but
and the helmets got more.
Oh, the helmets are cool. Yeah. Oh, I like the helmets.
Big, bulky helmets.
Y'all's were different.
Oh, we look at our pictures and it looks like we're looking at like the NFL when they first started with just
like
a leather cap on it, right? It's like, isn't it like,
And we didn't have shoulder pads.
No.
Oh, wow.
And when I first started, I remember kids were wearing football shoulder pads.
That's true.
Yep.
And when the goalie's chest guard was just like a triple layer piece of fabric. It was not
this high tech. They do have great equipment now.
Yeah.
I love y'all are lax throwing it out.
Now we're talking lax.
No, I enjoy lacrosse.
This is fun, actually.
Really into it too.
No one talks lacrosse with me around here, so I'm like, this is kind of like a little bit.
My son going back into it's made me really happy.
I bet.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah,
and I try to like on the
and
side.
I bet he knows that too.
So when the kids are playing and all the teaching them the rules was important at real young ages, right. And so the coaches, when they started getting to the point where they're like trying to get the refs to call penalties. I was like, that's not a penalty. You're teaching these kids the wrong way. I got in so much confrontation with other coaches. And I was like, we got to teach them the right way because if you're trying to get this man down and you know that wasn't a foul. And then I started realizing like, it's like football.
You're training these kids to go down and act. You're training like you see in soccer and you see in basketball, you know, the fake foul, the foul that never happened. They
flop in lacrosse?
To a degree, not like soccer.
They always have. That's just part of the game.
You're trying to get the call.
You're trying to get the call.
Trying to get the call. And there is a discrepancy between, you know, the one-handed, you know, when I grew up, you took your one hand and you went like this and hit somebody. It was a foul like that.
Right.
They didn't even care if you hit them.
If they have both hands on the stick, it's different.
Yeah.
If you got stick, but one-handed, you definitely caught the attention.
And so kids rapping, they'll say, hit his hands.
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
And I'm like, wait a minute, I got to calm down.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
I'm learning so much about lacrosse.
Yeah. You can't just hit somebody with the stick.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't slash them, and they do.
I was going to say, if you could, that sounds like a great way to take out some aggression. I might be into lacrosse.
You can take them out in many different ways.
Yeah. This kind of sounds great.
When you get a clear shot on someone and absolutely body them to the ground, there's no better.
I bet.
When you knock someone across the scoreboard and the score table, you're like,
I get it, guys.
Yeah. When you serve a penalty, like, done me. I got it. No, that's very cool, actually. And they should let the kids play. Right, you got to let them learn this thing.
As they get older, it gets more intricate. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, the penalties matter because of point.
Are they taking any kids from this area? Are they moving them to like the good schools for lacrosse? They're
just building up better programs.
Yeah,
and all the coaches here, like at Oak Hill, they have a Johns Hopkins player.
That's amazing.
Oh, wow.
Like 8 championships with Hopkins.
That's it.
Oh my God,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
And the goalie coach at Oak Hill was a championship at North Carolina. Like,
Oh,
it's
wow.
like, wow.
That
Smart.
is
If you really did well in the East, come down here. And kids love
Absolutely.
it. It's a
well,
great
and you
school.
can and you can truly mold them, right? You can build the habits that you want before they come to you, doing crazy stuff that, well, now it's good, I guess, but yeah.
And for the most part, lacrosse is usually at very good schools. So you get these kids scholarships and they go to fantastic schools, UNC, Duke, and Maryland and Hopkins. And
You didn't mention Denver.
Denver's a great school too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Denver.
And Denver's.
It hurts her to say it.
No, I don't care.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
You didn't go to
Ohio
Alabama.
State, Michigan.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All these teams
Right.
have like great lacrosse programs. You're like, let's go.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Any on the West Coast now? We used to go play a bunch of club teams, and there was a fun trip, but there were no serious schools out there.
I don't think anyone's broke out there.
Yeah.
Denver's still the one. They were in the last year. I
know. I watch. It's pretty incredible, actually. They had that midfielder center that won every single face-off. They
had a kid from here too.
Yeah.
I
Did they
think
really?
NBA. I think it went to NBA.
Why did I not?
So when I was at the championship, they called him out and had his NBA. And I was like, NBA? Like the NBA here? And
Yeah.
Like, I went to Denver.
Huh.
Very
So
cool.
there are kids coming out of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going out next year for the all the 60-something guys to play in the alumni game out there and embarrass ourselves. But
wow,
it'll be fun just to see the program where it is versus when we went there.
pads.
Oh yeah,
Bring your leather
school helmet with the taped on thing. That was
Just promise me you'll take pictures and videos, and somebody will
it's
record
it's a year out. Lots can happen, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So
good luck.
We'll see.
Take lots of peptides with you and before you get there.
Right.
Yeah. Increase your TRT.
There you go.
Go down early with the injury.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's very cool,
All right.
actually.
Well, this has been great. Like, seriously.
Yeah,
What a fun combo.
I know.
I always I just love when you meet someone and you just kind of poke around in a conversation until you all of a sudden find this oh, are you kidding? Like, how many other lacrosse players do I meet? None.
No.
How many other people from where I'm at in Maine? Very few. So when you make that connection that is outside of everything else in your life, it kind of just gives you something like, we have something,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and it's fun to talk about there. So that was really kind of cool. So
We love it. Well, there you go, Neil. You go to the gym with Jonathan.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll never do this. I'll never achieve that, but I'll give it my best try there. I think it's amazing. I can see your journey where when you leave Hollywood, that feeling like I'm that FOMO. I'm leaving all this behind, and everything happens for a reason, and you're just proof of that everything does.
You followed your
fall
heart.
in place.
Yeah. Yep.
You followed what was important.
Yep. I got rid of all the junk and I just
Yeah.
went to all the good things that I knew worked.
All right.
And the things I didn't know, I just surrendered.
Yeah.
Anything? What's your family fun thing to do around here? What's your favorite thing that you guys do? Top golf or something like that, or no?
Jump in the pool.
Jump in the pool. Okay.
It's so hot here. You just jump in the pool.
Yeah. It's
And where we're staying now, there's 3 baby deer. One mother with 3
Triplets.
How is that possible?
We have twins out here. Triplets is rare.
Right. I thought that. I was like, man, I don't know the story. Obviously, we can't find it out.
Yo, go talk
But
to
there's
John.
3 babies with 1 mother. I'm like, that's amazing. We just watch them. They'd love to go on the golf course and they love to play in the sand.
Yeah.
I'm like, what
How
are you guys
sweet.
They're playing in the sand.
Yeah.
And it's truly playing. You can see that this is that they're just having the time of their life. They run, they fall, they chase each other. It's really kind of fun.
It's so pure, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. It's encouraging to just,
Yeah. So
right?
people, if they watch this, they're going to see something that's happening here in Nashville that people want.
Then the orange hat pops up from behind the bush over there, and you're like, time's up.
You're right, though. People are going to see that. They're going to see what's happening in Nashville,
Yeah.
what's happening in Tennessee, what's happening in a lot of places like Tennessee, where people just want to get back to being with their people and have a good quality of life.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, which is
And
what
why
you
would
found.
you want to go through the concrete jungle
I have
anymore?
no idea.
If you don't have to.
I mean, I don't know about you. I feel like I checked that box in my 20s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zero desire.
I couldn't imagine raising a family in
Absolutely
California. And I know friends who've done it, and they've been very successful.
Yeah.
Apparently,
kids.
people are if they need letters to get into schools out there,
Yeah, I know.
right?
Yeah.
I totally
Thanks.
get that.
listen.
Any other big roles coming up for you? Are you have any movies being shot or any?
I have a couple things that I'm going to go do that thing with my son. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm excited about that just for him. I can't wait to see. He's so good.
I love it.
He's this neat kid. He's this neat kid. So that means a lot. And see what happens with Blue Ridge, because I mean, it's a success.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks actually texted me and goes, "Your show's a big hit, Jonathan."
That's awesome.
And I was like, "What's that mean?"
Me and Reed are in bed watching it. You guys are great. Like, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, we are cheering you on. We're big fans of Blue Ridge and you, and of course, your sweet family.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
What's next?
Where can people find you? On Instagram? Is that the best way?
Yeah, Instagram at John Schaech.
Yeah, not Jonathan.
Not Jonathan.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Me either.
How many people read your name and get not even close to
They
it?
never get it right.
It's got to be hilarious.
I've heard
Schaech,
Schaech.
The first I remember I took I was on a date to go. I wanted to go see the trailer for my movie with Hush with Gwyneth Paltrow and Jessica Lange, and on the screen it said Academy Award winner Jessica Lange, Academy Award winner Gwyneth Paltrow, and newcomer Johnathon Schaech. My first and last name were spelled wrong on the big screen. I was like, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, what can you do? Yeah.
And it's in film across the.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I called my team.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Are you kidding?" I'm like, I can't believe I just saw that.
That's
kind
of a
we'll
gut punch.
fix that. And they wanted to. It's not that hard, I guess. I'm sure it cost them a lot of money to change it.
Well, do when you're here, do more people say you look familiar, or do they call you a certain character? What's the more common?
Yeah, that's what they do. They always go like, "I know you from somewhere."
Yeah. Do you tell them, "Oh, yeah, I'm probably mutual friends"? What do you say?
I'd listen to what they have to say and how
Yeah.
they said it, and then I could kind of gear it from there. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm an actor. Maybe you saw me in a movie.
Yeah.
They're like, "What kind of movie?" I'm like, "I've been in a lot of movies." Depends how late you stay up.
Yeah.
That's
kind of movie
amazing.
that you watched.
Yep. I remember when we first got to town and I was standing in the grocery line and a lady walked up to me and she said, "You look familiar." And I'm like, "I'm on TV." And she looked at me and she said, "No, that's not it."
Not it.
And to this day, when someone asks me that, I say, "How much money do I owe you?" And that's my stock response. So I appreciate what you say. I'm an actor and I'm on different things. So
Keep
that's
it real.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan, thanks for your time. Appreciate
Thank you so
that. You're a
much.
blast, man. You're
I
so much
know.
fun, and it's really just
I told you
great.
you'd love him.
It's I love people moving to this area that add and just like don't try to change, but just try to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
we have a very short time on this planet.
Yeah.
right.
Let's do the best we can.
We realize that more. All right. Good. Thanks.